I can go live whenever. Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Neil with Get Technical. I'm back after a 2-day break, traveling down to Florida to see Uncle JC Peretz and a few others in the biz. I got 2 questions I'm going to answer today. Number 1, am I going to water that plant up there? And that one's kind of on you because I need to get to 120 likes or that plant. You got chlorophyll on your hands if I don't get to 120 likes. The other one is, what are the high short interest stocks that we're trading right now for big old fat gains? All right. Mitch, do you want to roll the intro?
3, 2, 2, 1.
Welcome into the open where we get technical. You should have investments in long-term growth. What's up, rats and ratettes? We got Dog with Toupee in the chat. Yeah, we have to talk about CLF. Big moves on CLF. Big steal stock. So, I mean, let's hit it. Number 1 is, I've been playing AHT. Give me a 1 in chat. Yo, Ramon, Copium? Man, this is right now we're in swing traders paradise. All right, so I'll tell you what I've done, all right? Because based on the value VLU, so I looked at VLU ETF and then also looked at like the big value ETFs that I was in, because we had the recent rotation out of like growth and tech and stuff into value. So we got into metals, we got into financials, we got into what else is in there? You guys know the value name. So we had like XME, so that included CLF. We had the financials, drawing a blank, but value stocks, big rotation into that. I was holding a bunch of UTFs. They're starting to peter out, lose a little momentum here on the way up to the 1.6 on the Fibonacci retracement. I close my positions to see what happens. I close my positions on those. Right now, I'm only doing swing trades. And then I have one. I'll tell you which. I sold most of my VOO, which is like my SPY, the Vanguard version of SPY. And I sold most of it. But I'm still now just adding like $10 a day into it, just dollar cost averaging. It's just if there's a big dip, I want to try to find the bottom. That's it. That's it for that. But right now, swing traders paradise. Right now, I think the theme for this week and probably the next 1.5, maybe 2 weeks is going to be high short interest stocks that are great for swing trades. So yeah, right now I got a VLUE. It's just a value stock ETF. And then actually, if I go into, home builders. Home builders was another value ETF. And with some great stocks, you had Lowe's in there that have been very performant over the past like 6 months, if not more, creeping up out of lows while growth was kind of going down. But I mean, we all know home builders got beat up. I mean, if you look at was it XHP at home builders, little sloppy toppy right there, guys. Not the good kind. Yeah, we can look at Wolf. We can look at all that. I just want to touch on one because this one's been making me money. So I want you guys to party with me on this one. Very simply put, AHT is the definition of a rat snack, right? So what do we call a rat snack? Number 1. What is the first letter in the word rat? It's R. R. We have rummaged for a stock that has had an ugly downtrend. Boom. We have analyzed it technically. A. I'm spelling this wrong, but it doesn't matter. This is value. They don't teach you this in school, guys. This is free education. Analyze technically for sustained, broad, rounding bottom or double bottom or double if you're from Canada. Actually, this is hold on. I messed up my own system. This is analyze the sector. And then this is technically analyze. Guys, I haven't typed this out for a while. And then, so we want that sector strength. Right now, real estate popping. And not just regular real estate, guys. Look at real estate, commercial real estate, hospitality, the type of stuff that's going to get a bunch of business or is perceived by big money investors to get a bunch of business with reopening. It goes with that roaring 20s kind of theme. So we're looking for the stocks that are like holding companies or direct owners of real estate, commercial real estate. So that's the sort of sector we're looking at. This is so haggard how I'm doing this. Technically analyze. That's the rat system. All right. So that's what we're talking about with rats. So look at this brutal. Let me just go ahead and go to monthly on this thing. This thing's all over. This thing is so popular. It's getting so much volume from people on social media. Big shout out to Zachary Morris on Twitter for really bringing this one up. That's where I first discovered it. I did not find it myself. I got this from following Zachary Morris on Twitter. But just a brutal classic downtrend bull trap. Downtrend bull trap. Plummet to the bottom, baby. Rounding bottom, sustained for, I mean, you could say it started in the first of you could say it started in April 2020 and then really started to form the broad base like around August of 20. So this one has had a sustained multi week. You want multiple weeks on that bottom, guys. And AHT has been a beast right now in a corrective phase. But this is the time to get into these. So another thing that I do with these is just get out your classic, your good old 200-day moving average, along with your 50-day moving average, which I have a cool thing right now on on Trading View, that I can show you guys how to get it. But it puts these lines, a green line every time there's a golden cross, which is when the 50-day moves above the 200-day. That's when we start going parabolic on these big fat rounding rat bottoms. So really liking where the stock is at right now. Currently holding support at this previous resistance, a really good level. I might add more to this. I have been just buying calls, buying commons on this thing, and then selling when it gets toppy. So that's AHT. And it also has high short interest. So there's a bit of some squeeze action going on here. So picked up today at the bottom. Nice, Cheryl. What is the title? That was Spencer. Okay, guys. Surfing the VWAP. Okay. So that is the way to be. We're using the VWAP here. Let's add that. I think I do have it here. I'm just going to have to change my parameters. I'm going to have to change the anchor for my VWAP, which does this normal one. All right, indicator time frame. So I turned on my VWAP, which is the bright green line, and I anchored it to weekly, which I think is appropriate here. I want to see what 1 day looks like. Yeah, of course. So I've anchored it to 1 week, and yes, it is just bouncing. So you can see here, kind of touching it. This is like kind of riding it, but then it gets above it, loftily above it, and then you get the bounce on the VWAP up. And then this thing was, look at the RSI here on the bottom, guys. RSI is your indication of sort of the ratio between buyers and sellers and over time. So it's used as a momentum indicator, and it's showing us momentum's going the right direction, but it's a little bit overbought. Right here, the first time that we got, so we'll go up from here, overbought like this. That's when we had our most recent corrective phase, or the second to most recent. Here, a little overbought. Little corrective phase, guys. But for a stock like this, like what really has been a penny stock down to $2, $8, or $1.80, for a stock like this, we can ride that RSI up top. So yeah, Fast Eddie, way to go, man. Dude, I've been trading this one like crazy. AHT rules. Okay. IHT, I don't know. So we'll take a look at it. Not quite as loftily riding the view up, but we're on the daily. Big fat. Holy, what is this? Oh, it's In Sweet's Hospitality. Okay, sweet. I mean, this is what we want to happen with AHT. So what I have to say about this, my friend, who asked for this one, IHT, Sarah Silver, IHT. I don't know about the short interest in this, but I wouldn't be surprised if it does have some, or a significant amount. It seems to be sort of what's happening with commercial real estate. But right here, the red thing that I have right here is when the 50-day crosses below the 200-day. So that's your death cross. So this is like this day. That's when those two moving averages gave an indication that it might be time to sell. Obviously a little bit late, but that's, they're a lagging indicator. But then you get, I'm looking at the month. Guys. Let me switch to the daily here. So yeah, you got a golden cross back here, October 20. And actually, if you would have bought, like, let's just say you bought somewhere around there. I mean, that was like 144% on that first swing high. And then obviously, guys, that swing high, we had a spike up here, pretty overbought, correction, and then sheesh, hell of a rally on that one. If you're in that one, congrats. That's massive. So I guess the question is it still in play? Very possibly. The broader the base, the bigger the space, guys. So let's take a look at this on the monthly again. Let me delete all of my drawings. How are you guys liking the white background? Give me a 1 if you like white background, or give me a 2 if you want me to go back to classic black. Luxurious. What TV indicator is this? Not sure what you mean by that. So far split. All right. Okay, you guys like the white background? All right, guys. Broader the base, the bigger the space. This is since 1990, since 92. This thing has been forming a big, fat, jiggly, rounding bottom. Oh, Trading View. Okay, so what was it? What did you say about it? TV stands for Trading View. If you didn't know. Yeah, let me know the question again about Trading View. I lost it in chat. And then I'll be happy to answer that for you. Brandon wants me to go to black again. Listen, I just try to keep you guys on the toes, on your toes. Guys, make sure you hit that like button, please. It really helps out a lot. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And then I will water my plant. Needs it. All right, so looking at IHT, the question is how much higher can it go? Well, on the monthly, this thing is exhausted. I would expect a corrective phase on the monthly bars after this, but the way we got to do these is get our Fibonacci out, anchor it at the last swing high in our downward ugly trend that got us here, and then anchor it on the absolute low point, which is like right in the middle of this broad base. So it's just like perfect. And then let's switch over to the daily. And I'll probably draw a second one in here. But look how these daily candles respect these lines. They respect these lines almost perfectly. What I would be looking for with this one is to re-enter with RSI going down, to re-enter right about here. But although it looks like it is kind of finding support, it's just the fact that it's so consistently been overbought and that it's shown that it can swing low. I would say, actually, you know what? If this thing holds support right where it's at and consolidates for a couple of days, RSI cools off. Looks like an entry to me. IHT is getting added to the list. All right, we're going to look at Wolf. Echo. Let me turn off the VWAP. All right. What indicators do I have on right now? The indicators I got right now is the exponential daily moving average 65. And then I've got my golden and death cross little things on here. Let me turn on the 10-week exponential moving average. We're trading above it. You can see the Mighty Soldier Trades exponential moving average is holding some sort of support here. But previously when we looked at this one, I kind of drew these lines here and saying, this is my sloping support. I want to see this get held. And then it broke the rules. It broke the rules. But then when it broke the rules, it came back up and forth. So that's clearly a demand zone. So I bet you if I turn on my volume profile right now, we'll see. Yeah, boom, baby. So we're well above the point of control here on Wolf. So it's in a good spot. But I would expect another bounce. I want to get another bounce on this thing before I go long on it. Like this momentum here, I'm not really convinced about this little curl down. Wolf, I'm not super interested in myself right now. But the big play, if you want to look at it from a price structure perspective, is this. You have a downward trend that ended with a sloping line of support or an ascending line of support that forms a triangle with this upper line of resistance. So when you have an ascending triangle following a downward trend, it can be one of two things. One, it can be a complete bull trap and just be a continuation of the downward trend. I don't think that's the case here with Wolf. I think Wolf found its bottom here around $18. I think we have an ascending triangle reversal pattern, which I'll just draw here so we can measure the swing high. So you guys should be able to see triangle, downward trend into that triangle. That's kind of what it looks like. That's a shitty one. Hold on. This is what those look like. And then they go like this. All right. So I see a reversal pattern there. So you want a break above this upper line of resistance. So I would say, instead of just setting an exact number as your breakout point, on our upper resistance, we've got, I'm using this candle right here, which is the May 18th. As a resistance line, but we know that this is sort of the supply area. And you can bring this, you can bring this rectangle up a bit because we had this crazy day. So we want to get through this supply area to really get long Wolf. And then if you have that, you're adding your swing high to your swing low, and then adding that to your upper line of resistance, which in this case, I'm just going to use that red line. And you can project, just based on price pattern theory and all that kind of good stuff, about $34 upside here. Let's see what the Fibonacci says. Might be different. So we pull out the Fibonacci tool, we anchor it at the all-time high on the day of the IPO, and then we anchor it at the all-time low, which is like the sort of angular point on our ascending triangle reversal pattern. Oh, yeah, of course it's going to do that to me. Yeah, so really your first price target has just got to be that previous high. All right, so you're getting out of this value zone, targeting that previous high. You're going to hit resistance right here. And then targeting that previous high, it's like 16%. So there you go. I like Wolf above $26. Let me put it that way. That's the short answer. Okay. Which trading view indicator is this? Are you talking about this Golden Cross one? This is a custom one. I've added a bunch of stuff to it because I'm an elite coder. I can share it with. I took someone else's and then I added stuff to make it work for me. So I can share that with you guys if you want it. Oh yes, the copium. Let's take a look at Lake. I like undervalued. Lakeland Industries. What sector? Process, industrial specialties. Engages in the manufacture and sale of safety garments for accessories for the industrial and protective. Okay. That makes sense. I can see that getting some sympathy plays along with some other sort of materials, building materials. Which I want to check on really quick. What's a building material XBI? That's biotech SPL. B. Material sector. Yeah. So material sector. So something to keep in mind. You just gave me Lake, which is a stock for, it sounds like protective garments for industrious things, for manufacturing and whatever, maybe even like chemical plants or whatever. Looking at XLB, which is the materials sector, which has been a bastion of upward momentum from following the rotation from growth into value. We got this nice little pennant that I drew here. We've kind of broken down past it. We can still adjust it because this is still a higher low. So it does. I don't see this as a complete breakdown. So we've got. Ah, that's a weird song. I gotta remove that one. We've touched this 1, 2, 3 times sloping line of support. I'm okay with adjusting my lower line of support here to adjust my bull pennant. All right, so this is XLB material sector ETF on the daily, looking for stocks in this sector or stocks that are like adjacent to it or the thing behind the thing. Is wise. That's part of the RAT system. We analyze the sector and make sure that the stock has strength in it. So at any rate, we'd be looking for a bounce off of support here and then a breakout. That's all there is to it. You want to see a 5% above that breakout line. And then that thing honestly could go to the freaking moon from here. What you would be targeting is this level. Like I don't even have to measure it or do the price structure thing. I drew the Fibonacci on here a while back. All this background that you see is just Fibonacci retracement. And then targeting, what is it? 93.05 from a breakout of probably like 88. Okay, what do you want? Oh, let's look at AMC. So with AMC, we're going to have to look at intraday timeframes. Oh, yeah, this is, speaking of short squeeze stocks. All right, so AMC, I drew this, I think it was 4 hour. Trying to catch some type of pennant on it. Didn't happen. Broke down out of it. So now I'm going to remove that because that pattern no longer matters. So I'm removing that pattern. We're looking at AMC on the 4 hour right now. Tremendously overbought up here. Like, look, this is like the highest it's been overbought since January of this year. So tremendously overbought on the 4 hour. And then what happens when stuff gets overbought? People tend to sell or algos tend to sell. So that's just what happens there. But now it seems to be finding some type of bottom. So let's go down to an even shorter time frame. Let's do 30 minutes here. It has broken down past the 65 EMA. So it'd be really nice. Look at see this yellow line here, guys. What we would really like is to see a continuation of what it's doing, which is sort of just getting down there and just saying hi to the 65 EMA and then sort of rising above it. And then we got this, and then we got the breakdown. So it looks like the sellers are currently or have been in control. But something that's really great that it looks like we're having right here. So what I think that we have right here is a nice little reversal of this downward trend, which is called a V-shaped reversal. Is that what it's called? Something like that. Anyway, so with that, you get red candles going down, and then you get one wick that goes down really, really low, like this, exactly like this. And that should be like the exact like pivot point. And then you get a larger engulfing candle or a series that at least clear out those previous candles. And then you get a little shelf, and then you get up like this. So a V-shaped reversal it's kind of V-shaped, but it looks more like, I don't know, like what an iceberg looks like underwater. So put that in your memory banks. And that's kind of what this looks like here. We just need the volume to come in for this candle to pick up on the 30-minute. Let's go to a shorter time frame, looking at the 10-minute. And guys, look at it. This is exactly what I'm talking about. What did I say? With the things. So look at this. You got your little shelfie. All right. Downward. This is the needle drop thing that I talked about. We go up with this candle that clears out the high on that previous red, and we get a little bit of sideways consolidation, which if I go down to like 5-minute, you're going to get a better picture of what that consolidation looks like. And then we clear that out with highs. So that is the resolution of the reversal. Now the question is, will this thing hold support and then continue back up? What I would love to see is like on the 5-minute here. I'll go down in 1 minute. Let's be crazy. Yeah, what I would love to see is for it to hold above this point of control here. Which, yeah, which is right where it is. Point of control on volume profile. So what I'll do is I'll do some anchored volume profile thing. So this is just volume by price. At which price was there the most trading activity? Or shares being bought and sold anyways. And look, that's like right where it's being held. That red line, it's called the point of control. It works like a magnet. All right. So every time you're approaching it, that magnet is going to try to not let you get past it. It's like a speed bump. But once you get past it, you're in good shape. So that means that there's a lot of supply here, and we got to get past that supply. There's a lot of sellers ready to sell to you at this price. So right now, 65 exponential moving average, according to Andy Cole, and this is held true in my experience. Andy Cole, Mighty Soldiers Trades, check them out. The 65 exponential moving average works on every single time frame. So right now, this is the 65-minute exponential moving average. Looks like we're about to clear it out. Would be nice to see a bounce there, so that we can say we're going to confidently enter. Not really getting it, but nonetheless, we've got a couple more areas of support. This just depends on how you want to trade it. Do you want to day trade AMC, or do you want to buy and hold it? If you want to buy and hold it, I would say wait for it to dip down a little bit more. And since it's 1:30 in the afternoon Eastern time, a lot of this activity is not really conclusive. You really want to get in here around 3 p.m. Eastern time, and really see when the volume picks back up, how is this day session going to end, to make a decision for a hold overnight. So there you go on that. Something also to point out is that it looks like this sloping line of support that can be drawn from our needle bottom here to this swing low. Oh yeah, it's definitely been cleared out. But horizontally speaking, could be finding support around 43, 45. If that happens, you get the bounce. I say target around 44, 43. But options are so damn expensive on this right now. Day trading or scalping options is not much of an option, depending on what your bank account looks like. So if you're looking for the buy and hold, I would say wait until 3 p.m. See what the session looks like. Even if you want to wait till like 3:45, which is what I do. I have as you guys, some of you know, I have my Amazon Echo has an alarm that goes off every day at 3:45, and that's when I stop what I'm doing. I check all my charts, go through my watch, I'll see where everything's at, decide if I'm going to exit, enter. That's what we do. Ooh, okay. So weekly staple, Chris Capri was here on Monday. Miles, do you mind sharing what the suggestion was? Which one was it? He talked about Neo. I know that. So every Monday, Chris Capri comes on Get Technical and gives like 4 options trade ideas, and he actually breaks down exactly the levels. So I know that he was doing a spread. So Miles, let us know what that was. 300%, very nice. What I will say, guys, AHT, I've been getting like 50%, like each trade, and just like closing it when it looks like it's the top. But hell yeah, Miles. All right. So Abdullah wants me to explain what is on the right side of my chart. I will do that for you. Let me use a completely fresh stock. Let me just do SPY. and then turn off everything else so there's no confusion. So on the actually, hold on, let me change my time frame to daily. There we go. So on the right side of my chart is a tool that goes by two names. On TradingView, this is called Volume Profile. And if you're a Benzinga Pro user, you can activate this on the TradingView chart in Benzinga Pro. And then if you're using TrendSpider, this is called Volume by Price, which I think is a more accurate name. So what you normally get when you're looking at volume is down here, these red and green bars that say at this time on this day, this was how much volume was traded, and it was either majority selling or majority buying, which is great and useful. When I'm looking for a breakout, I want to see this lower volume go above this yellow line, which is just the average. I want to see above average volume on stocks that I'm trading, or at least on stocks that I'm entering. Now, for more information, instead of doing volume by the time of the day itself, the week, whatever your chart is set to, let's look at the volume of shares bought and sold at price levels, regardless of time. And that's exactly what volume profile is. That's what's on the right. Now, everyone will tell you, just ignore the colors. Like, in fact, just for the sake of making everything easier for everyone, I'm going to change the settings of my volume profile, which I do on the right side of my chart, to not show blue or yellow. That is buying and selling volume, but it really doesn't matter. The principles still apply. The most action within the time frame shown on my chart, you see if I expand my time frame, you see the volume profile change because it's going by volume of shares traded during the time frame that is shown on the chart. You can see it change. The main thing that you're really looking for is for this sort of mountain of volume, and you're looking at that as sort of resistance lines, because you want to go into areas where you're sort of in between supply and demand zones. All right, those are your targets for consolidation, the supply and demand zones. Everything in between is your movement zone, right? So another thing that you can do with this volume by price, Abdullah, volume by price or volume profile or whatever you want to do, is you can actually look at it for just a specific time frame. So if you don't want to see it for your whole chart, you say, I just want to see what the volume profile has been for SPY for the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days. You can use the anchored or the fixed range rather volume profile tool, and I'm sure that TrendSpider has an equivalent. And then you're just selecting this day, and it only goes really horizontal, right? You see the vertical lines, so it's only doing over time, and then it's selecting that time period. All right, so I've got the volume profile there, and so that tells me that's that sort of like, it's like a gravitational pull on either side. So anytime you're escaping that gravity, then you're having less inertia to getting your stocks moving. And please, if there are any stratters or super hardcore TAs in here, forgive me for using physics terms on stocks. Stocks don't obey the laws of physics, but these terms just work. All right, guys, so that's volume profile. Blah, blah, blah. Wait, I thought the plant took a long walk. So out the window. All right, guys, so here's the thing. Let's take a moment, guys. I really want to thank you for being here, but we need to have a serious conversation. Less than 50% of you that are watching right now are subscribed to the Benzinga YouTube channel. And that is very cringy. I'm embarrassed. I have secondhand embarrassment for you. So, be a winner, subscribe to the channel. And then also, I'm a psycho. I will straight up murder this plant, which I don't even want to move it right now because every time I move it, the leaves fall everywhere and I have to clean it up afterward. Like this video right now, or that plant dies. And I'll tell you what, I'm finally going to do it, guys. I'm finally going to do it. If we don't get to 100, at least 120 likes on this video, which I don't know where we're at right now. The plant, I live on the 3rd story of my building. I will open the window and I will throw it out the window. And yes, there's a parking lot down there. and that'll be on you. If someone's pushing a baby in a stroller and lands on the baby, I'll point them to you. I'll say it was chat. So hit that like button. All right. I'm gonna keep the camera up so you can see it. I want you to know. See what you've done. It seems like people just want me to throw the plant out the window. Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, you guys, don't negotiate with terrorists. I'll be honest. No matter what you do, I'm probably still going to throw that plant out the window. That thing is dead. There is no recovering that plant. All right. So what stocks do you want to look at right now, guys? I'm assuming we don't have a guest. I've got two producers here, but I don't know if we have a guest today.
Is this thing on? Is my mic on? I don't even know. Let me check.
What is Aaron Bree doing?
Yeah.
Where's producer A? Where's producer AB?
Is this on? Are we killing it?
Are we killing it right now?
Look at the love you're seeing. 673 viewers. What's going on out there? Who's liking those squeezy stocks? Who's getting a little bit of squeezy out here?
Wait, I have a stock. Can we look at it's called,
If you say Biogen, I'm gonna have a fit.
it's called Movie Pass, Helios and Matheson.
Dude,
you know that one?
HM?
No, it was like HM and I don't remember.
Dude, I remember that was like one of the first stocks that we talked about like a couple years ago. Wait,
Yeah.
so Helios, why was it popping like a couple of years ago?
Can
Helios
Movie
and Matheson, HMNY.
Movie Pass, HMNY. That's what it was. Yeah, I think it's probably HMNYQ something now.
No, baby, it's holding on. I mean, at least the data shows up when you pull HMNY. Wait, is this thing actually tradable on a brokerage? Any viewers here can confirm whether or not you can trade Movie Pass? Yes, that's when you go to see a movie at an AMC theater, and at the beginning of the show, they play that song where it's like, "Come and watch a movie where the good times roll. It's more fun at AMC." You know that one?
No.
And then they pitch Movie Pass.
No, that's like the AMC Pass. That's a different.
I can confirm it can be purchased.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm going to turn off my volume profile because it looks like absolute chaos.
Neil, can I tell you why you don't have a guest?
Dude, talk about a broad base, baby. I think this might be a rat snack. Holy shit.
Can I tell you why you don't have a guest today? This is funny.
Okay, yeah. Why don't we have a guest?
Because I asked Aaron Bree who the guest was, and he goes, "Wait a minute, Neil's doing a show today." He didn't even know.
All right, we need to talk to Aaron Bree.
That's why there's no guest.
Guys, what should Aaron Bree's punishment be? Here, let's do a straw poll.
So many.
Straw poll. Okay, so we're going to do a straw poll. We're going to figure out what Aaron Bree's punishment will be. The chat will decide.
So many things.
What should producer AB's punishment be for forgetting us?
Wait, Haroon says Movie Pass is not available on IB, so maybe that.
I'd be surprised.
Okay.
Draw a mustache. I'm sure there's only some brokerages where you can trade Movie Pass. Draw a mustache on face with permanent marker. Yes, my spelling sucks. Marker all day live stream. So that's one. We like that. Last time we did a handlebar. Last time he messed up, we did a handlebar mustache. What else, guys? What else can we do? Is AB Raznik's nephew or something? I'll tell you what, he's got to be somebody's nephew. Things he gets away with. Okay, so producer AB. Okay, wear rat suit from Amazon.com all day live stream. So we'll get a rat. I would love to get okay. I don't know why, but I always try to get my producers to wear like bikinis and like women's clothing.
I won't do that, but
live stream bonus if it's sexy women's version. So for the wait, I'm not sharing my screen.
No.
What are you doing? All right, yeah. So guys, these are the options. So it's draw mustache, wear rat suit from Amazon.com, all day live stream. Bonus if it's the sexy women's version. I need just one more.
How about he has to spend the entire day sitting next to Jason? And if you haven't done that before,
Okay.
that's a big punishment.
Entire day sitting next to Jason. Tell him you want mentorship. or like after. So yeah. That's we'll make producer AB ask Jason Resnick to be his mentor. All right. So guys, I'm going to allow multiple choices because I want to see how this adds up. I'm not going to make you enter your name, obviously. All right, so let's create the poll. Yeah, we can do combos if you want to sit next to Rez in a Rez.
There are some tickers in chat that I do want to say I feel like we should cover at some point. Just not aimed.
All right, took care of that. All right, so let's see results. Auto refresh. All right, guys, make sure you go into chat, grab that straw poll, the mentorship. All right, and then while you guys are voting, I'll start pulling up tickers. So make sure you guys are using that link in chat. We're figuring out how we're going to punish producer AB. Okay, and I got Leslie's. Okay, is this a luxury brand? Yes, it is. Luxury. That's a good place to be. People want to look nice, and they got to buy new stuff because they all put on 19 pounds.
This is not a luxury brand.
What is it?
Dude, Leslie's is a pool supply store.
Oh, spa care services. All right. I'll still give it a thumbs up because pools are popping. Pools are popping, guys. I don't know. It just sounds like a damn luxury brand.
There's supposed to be a chlorine shortage.
All right, so we got a chlorine shortage. And we got our rounding bottom here that we've already come out of. Not a big, great one, but already come out of this. We'd be looking for resolution of our rounding bottom here on Leslie's. Weird song changing. And that would come down to the full low. We bring this up to the neckline on Leslie's. There's the target there. Let's get our Fibonacci out from the previous high. This is really all you need to use on something like this. LESL, so with the stock as young as this, I mean, the Fibonacci is your best friend because you don't have a lot of price history to rely on. There are some obvious key levels. So you could be looking for, this line is useless, so let's get rid of that. You could be looking for, and look at the volume that came in today. Dude. So this area is obviously a demand zone. We've got demand right here. So with the volume that came in today, would not be surprised if we see a bounce off of this Fibonacci level, which I'll just make thicker by drawing a line here. Seeing a bounce off of this level. And then it's a game of just targeting your previous highs. So you're going to hit resistance at the previous high of this candle starting tomorrow, depending on where it is. But the next price target going to be this Fibonacci. You see how the Fibonacci level lines right up with these resistance lines? Well, that's going to be resistance again in the future. So if we pull out the ruler tool. So I think you can really safely, and then, oh my God, this thing looks great. And then where the RSI is, you got plenty of room to run. This thing has room to run with not a lot of resistance ahead. With the ruler tool, would not be surprised if we get that 6% move straight up to the next line on the Fibonacci retracement. And then we're going to hit resistance at these levels. See how this was previous resistance right here? We opened right about this level and then went straight down. Also resistance here, the body of this candle couldn't get past it. And then now that's like the previous swing high, this little consolidation zone. So we're going to hit resistance here. But man, I think you could at least get to previous highs within a short term. I think it's a great little swing trade. Okay, so blah blah blah. Looks like a rat suit. No, I'm not opening up my Amazon. But I don't know if there's anything that shows up that might dox me. All right, so let it be set in stone. I'm going to put this on producer AB's personal file at Benzinga Worldwide Corporation, and I'll send it over to HR and make sure that we get that rat suit. All right, so we got some names. Look at VISL. Nice. So what do we got going with VS? Oh, so much going on. Oh, yes. Switching to our monthly. Yes. Big, ugly downtrend. Oh, wait, what the hell? This is some stock split stuff, isn't it? It has to be. Yeah, this thing was never $16,000. What's going on? I don't know. Let's look at the task at hand. That's some stock split activity that the data is not tracking correctly. But what I do see is a recovery from a downward trend. Just do BNGO. You want to look at the genomics? Are genomics popping? I know that BNGO itself popped recently. I know that healthcare actually overall is popping. So just looking at the monthly, what's good to see with the monthly right now, and hopefully this continues. This is a little strat stuff for you. We're clearing out the previous high. So this is where, let me see if I can turn on my strat thing. Is it this one? I used to have an indicator that would put like strat numbers on here, but this looks like a 2-2 reversal. All right, so this looks like the next candle, the next month could be higher depending on how this one closes. Let's go down to weekly. Yeah. Just really simply looking at the weekly. Drawing a line in our downward trend. Let me use this ray. Might have to use the body or this line actually. So we've broken out of our downward trend as indicated by us passing this sloping line of resistance here with these green candles on the weekly, switching down to the daily. Had a nice double bottom pop here. Has the whole thing resolved. Let's use our ruler. Bottom. Price target for full resolution of the double bottom. I'm just going to say this pivot right here. Because that's just about the depth of this pattern. So we're holding support here at the meat of the trading. So let me draw this support line, which is I'm going to use these support areas and see how it lines up with this. The body is doing the best that it can to hold support here. I would say, since you've got this nice momentum on BNGO, we've got momentum in the right direction. Looking like we might get a little bounce if we hold the support. That you can still look for resolution to that full upside. And then, as always, using the Fibonacci retracement tool to get an idea of our resistance zones. Look at how nicely that lines up with the resistance that we have previously hit, and actually where the wick of this candle has gone down. Yeah, I have no problem. If you start seeing green for the next couple of days, no problem targeting 328 on BNGO, 12, 13% gain. But I think that this thing is getting up to, or I'm sorry, BNGO, VISL, my bad. I have no problem saying that this one will get back up to the swing high at 390. Okay, so you want to see BNGO. Okay, Miles, strat seems complex, but I'm going to keep it a buck with you. I'm going to be 100% real with you. I don't think anyone teaches it right. I love how enthusiastic everyone is about it. When everyone teaches it, they're like, "Oh, I got a 2 here, and the 2 took out the candle. And it took out the candle because it took out the candle. And you got a 1, 2, and then this is a flip. Actually, every candle is a flip. You know, that's a strat. Everything else sucks. The strat rules." What? So I'm learning the strat. I want to be able to help you guys with it, and I want to be able to teach it in a way that makes sense to normal human brains. But that is what I hear every time someone teaches a strat. Well, yep, it's 2 because it's 2. You know, you got price continuation, you got time. But it's just not taught, and I think it can be taught in a way that's more accessible to people. It's just people that use it every day are so into it, and they're really smart, and they know how to trade with it. They just might not be good at teaching it to new traders. Okay. BNGO, you got your BNGO. It's like the same thing as VISL. Was VISL genomics? There's a link. No, it's electric tech, but the chart looks the same. Hey, you got your gap up. Aren't you happy? It's like we're holding support here. I would be careful after a gap up. Like once we start to get some new momentum like this, the first gap up is definitely you're going to get some consolidation after that. So guys, whenever you see like coming out of trends and then we see big upward momentum and then you get that gap up, get ready for a correction. And then if you see a second gap up, the correction's like guaranteed. But you know, we're at support right here. Your next line of resistance is probably going to be something like, I'll draw a couple in here for BNGO. Yeah, so we just want to see it hold this line of support that it's at right now, get that nice bounce, and then target the previous high. 17% of the way to go there. I mean, this is like basically a penny stock. So yeah, I mean, there you go. BNGO, baby. What did Lele say? No, Lele, that's not how it works. Lele, if we get to 2,000 likes on this video, I water the plant. Okay. What else do you want? Actually, I'm like pretty much out of time. I got time for one more ticker, Chewy. Well, okay, we'll do BBIG.
Hey.
BBIG to the moon.
I'm sorry to interrupt here, Neil, but that's 175 likes.
We got 175 likes.
They want that water on that plant today, bro.
All right, I'm about to lose all.
They want that water on the plant.
Hold on.
Planty. Oh!
200 likes. I feel like we should get to 200 likes.
No, Planty. Planty was asking me to help today. She even asked me to come on by.
I feel like we can get to 200 likes.
Come
Let's do
on.
200 likes, all right, guys?
Come on, you're killing me. Planty's
Guys,
asking for it.
This is, guys, we got to get to 200 likes. I'm sorry. I got up there and it didn't feel right.
192, we almost there. They want it. All
right, 8 more and we get there. And in the meantime, I'm looking at BBIG. Here's the thing with BBIG. Short squeeze, wonderful stock. It's like there's a lot of due diligence online for this, which I typically don't do. But related to NFTs, this one's been a sleeper. A lot of people in retail want this one to go up. Tons. Look at the volume on this thing. The volume alone is enough, should be enough to get your attention. This, in my humble opinion, is the corrective phase, which is holding right on this Fibonacci. In my opinion, great time to enter. Full disclosure, I'm long BBIG, I'm long AHT, I'm long, I don't know, probably a couple of them I trade a bunch of stocks, I buy and sell stocks. I think right now I'm going to buy some more of this. AHT, same thing. Little bit of exhaustion after some big ass moves. Holding a nice level. I think I'm going to buy a little bit more.
That's 208, my friend. The rats are out today, baby. The rats are out. Where the rats at? Where the rats in the chat? Throw the rats. We got it. You just made my day, guys. I appreciate it, chat.
I think I put too much water on it. I'm Neil Hamilton, and that's the way the cookie crumbles. Thank you for tuning in to Get Technical on this fine Thursday. Lots of great momentum picks right now, guys. Real estate is hot, 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 hot. So be looking for those small cap real estate stocks. I want to thank you guys for getting this video up to over 200 likes so that I can water that plant. I hate to break it to you guys. I still don't think it's going to make it. But at any rate, thank you, my rats and ratettes, for tuning in. Yeah, follow me on Twitter, Neil's Tweets. Special thank you to Money Mitch and Spencer Israel for their stock picks and support for making the show happen. And yes, guys, believe it, producer Aaron Bree will be wearing a rat suit next week. I got Amazon Prime. We're gonna get the rat suit. So it's gonna happen. Guys, give me a 1 on chat if you want that to be the men's version. Give me a 2 in chat if you want that to be the ladies version. That's the punishment that you get for forgetting your responsibilities. That's just the way it goes, baby. Peace out, Tiny Pie. Thanks for being here. Okay, so 1 was men's version, right? I always forget when we do these. Yeah, you guys don't want to. I don't want to make you guys too uncomfortable. Yeah, whatever. We'll probably just get the one, whichever one's cheapest. All right, thanks, guys. This has been Get Technical. As always, happy trading.